Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Deborah Gundari. It's good to be back on your screen. How are you doing? Thank you to my old subscribers and to my new subscribers. You're welcome to this family, to this channel. Yeah, on this channel, I talk about my faith, lifestyle, relationship, marriage, and every other good stuff. So today I'm here with my husband again. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yes.
And we'll be discussing on the pros and cons of joint joint accounts and separate accounts as couples. So this video will benefit a couple who are trying to, navigate their finances, So we'll just share with you what are the cons, the pros and the advantages and disadvantages of having a separate account, and the advantages and disadvantages of having a joint account as a couple. And then at the end of this video, so you have to stay tuned, we will be sharing with you like what we do, what we practice, and how it works for us as a family. So let's get into the video. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yes. So the first point for me, so I'll start with starting with separate account, the advantage of separate accounts. As you are married and you have separate account, what I mean, one of the advantages is that you have more money to spend when you are spending you have money to spend, and then you have control over your money on what to what to buy, how you can spend your money. You are not accountable to anybody, so that's an advantage, because you still have control over your money. So yeah,
you have the autonomy to be able to do whatever you want with your money. If for instance, if you are a man and you want to get a PlayStation, a new PlayStation for yourself, you want to get a new toy, and men's toys are very expensive. Because you have that autonomy, you can just hop and buy it. But when you are in a joint system, it's you have to discuss, and then you have to balance the book before it's done.
Yeah. So another point, another advantage is that you are not bothered about is the uncertainty of your partner's spending habit. So if your partner is the spender, the person that wants to just spend, and then does not have the urge and the passion to save, you are not really bothered about it, because it makes you feel okay. You won't be like, oh, my money is somewhere and someone wants to just spend it anyhow. So you are not like, you are not thinking about it too much, because you have your own money. You understand? You have your own money. So yeah, so it helps you in that area not to really worry so much about the other person spending a bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Once you begin to have joint account, and then you begin to, when you are the saver and the other person is the spender, you are worried that our money is going. But if you are running separate accounts, you don't have to worry. If the person decides to blow their own money, fine. If the person decides to be mean to themselves and not even enjoy their own money while they're working out, you will not feel bothered. But if it's joint, it's yours.
And then the last point on the advantage side of separate accounts is that the two parties will have to bear their own debt. So your debt is your debt, and your partner's debt is their debt.
Is that an advantage?
So it's an advantage, because you are not.
Everybody will carry their cross.
They'll carry their cross.
Yeah. So if you can run into debt now, I will just do as if I don't know.
So at least when they know that in terms of finance,
you are not going to take over the other person's liability.
Liability, something like that.
That's very true. yeah. So, especially if you are the conservative person and your partner, if you are the conservative person and your partner is the spender,
What
money
what do
spending,
you mean?
you know.
What do you mean by
So
spender?
yeah, so if the other person
We know who is
and
a
then
spender.
okay, our people
We
know.
will tell them later. Let's
Okay,
go.
so yeah, so you are not going to inherit the other person's liability, and that's a massive advantage. Yeah,
Yeah, so the disadvantage of this, we'll just go to this disadvantage of separate accounts is that one, you will not be able to have shared goals,
yeah,
and that means that you will not be able to see your progress. You won't be able to measure your progress together as a family.
yeah, yeah,
That's a disadvantage because you will not be able to do, you won't have shared goals together, and it's going to, you will not be able to progress together as a family.
yeah. Yeah, that's very true. So when this person contributes this one and this person contributes this one, if you run that system, the only person that suffers is the family. It means that every time you want to do joint project,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of strain on the spender is thinking you want to cut down my spending. The saver is thinking, but this other person you want to cut down my saving habit, right? So it's the family
Yeah.
that, but if you are running joint system, the family comes first.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
basically
so yeah, and then it's just like limited resources.
yeah,
You will find it hard to do things together, to run big projects together,
yeah,
because you're living together as one. So definitely you will always have things to do, big projects, and it will be really hard. And then another disadvantage is, lack of accountability, because the thing is, there is in every relationship there is always a spender, like we're saying, a saver. Now you're spending your money. You're spending your money, nobody is controlling you. You don't even know the bad habit that you have. Some people, they find it so hard to save that they hit part of their now and future together, all because we have to. When I work hard, I have to what? How you answer?
yeah,
I
yeah,
work hard and I have to party hard, all those stuffs like that.
yeah,
It's not like there should be a balance, but if you are just all about yourself,
yeah,
you will not be able to balance it out, and then that accountability
yeah,
would help you. Won't be able to grow.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
something there is a disadvantage.
Come to think about it, people grow to the extent where they are not able to manage their own finance alone. They begin to hire professional accountants to be their accountability partner in their wealth creation. So if you are still at the bottom of wealth building, you need someone else to check you.
Yeah.
Are you saving too much? Are you spending too
Too much.
much?
Yeah.
Why do you need this thing? Second thought. There is something in this family that we've wanted to buy for like 2 months, and just yesterday my wife just raised a concern that, wait, there is nothing wrong with the one we have in the house. We just needed to learn how to do this and do this to it, and then it will be fine. And I was just, and this is something we could have, if left to the spender in this house
You, you
2 months ago, we would have blown the money, right? So that accountability, it helps. And like I said earlier, the person that benefits the most is the family in a joint accountability system.
Yeah, so and then the last point on this separate account, the disadvantage is that there will be no sense of closeness, because you know you're not doing things jointly. Then there will always be that strain in your relationship, because finance is a very important aspect of marriage. Like couple, we need to get that part very well. So if not, because I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing, there is really nothing bringing it together except like the children. And then even with the children, anything, maybe you have children, you have to come together to raise them together, right? To finance the education, to do, even plan your life, plan your how you want your family to grow. So there will be no sense of closeness because you guys are running separate accounts.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's just it.
So we move to the advantages and disadvantages of joint accounts. The first thing that I would say on the disadvantage part is, it brings more transparency because you're running a joint account. You are both open to each other. Like, okay, this is how you'll be able to know the spender, the saver. You'll be able to know our financial habits. We're able to know our habits and then
Yeah.
work towards it and be better people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The transparency, it's in the fact that because you're running joints, we all know what everybody is putting in, and it just makes the dynamics. It makes it you are able to know um, you are able to know how to balance things up. All the goals are on the table. All the money is on the table. You are able to set realistic expectations on expenses, savings, everything is. And yeah, that's a very very good one.
Yeah. You want to give any other point?
Yeah, it also makes. I think I've said it the other time that you put the family first. There is no way you, if you are running a joint account, joint budgeting, joint accounting, it's difficult for us to prioritize somebody's shoe over paying car insurance or so something like that, because the car is for everybody. Your shoe is your shoe. Can you still manage with your shoe and things like that? Now the point I'm trying to make is that you will always put the family, the entire interest of the family first, and then the individuals will come second. And it usually over time means that there will be more remarkable financial progress for the family.
Yeah, exactly. So, with what you said, it makes it easier to plan together, to spend together, and then do projects like capital intensive projects together. Yeah, I think that's and then it helps with couples bonding as well because you have a
Yeah,
sense of
yeah.
closeness because you're,
After a while, the first time is always, especially if you
yeah.
are, especially if you are a man and you don't understand that she will have clothes 4 times of your own, she will have shoe 3 times of your own. If she's a very very good woman, like this woman now, 3 times the number of shoes that you have and things like. If you don't know those things, people will fight. But after a while, you just see that it's a very very good system. If you we will I will always encourage it because the family benefits a lot.
So the disadvantage of joint accounts, the first thing is, lack of privacy and, lack of autonomy to your money because, everything is open because you have to be, since you're putting your money together, everybody, you have to know how each one is spending their money, the other person, you will just have to know. So so if you're that person that's, I want my privacy, I need that, you have to like know that that lack of there will be, you will not be able to prioritize your privacy when in a joint account system.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another point, the disadvantage is that so that means you are responsible for each other's debts. If
Yeah.
if the person is when you put your money together and then the person already spent more than 80% of it, and then the person is going to borrow more money. So just like you already have, maybe when you're just even starting, the person already has some debt. I remember when we went for our premarital counseling and they told us that, your partner's debt is already your debt. That's why you have to be sure, you know their financial um, status and what are the
Yeah.
debt that so that
Yeah.
you'll be able to, navigate through it together. Because if you're running joint account, the other person's debt is your debt, and you have to. It's going to affect your finance if you
Yeah.
don't know how to handle it properly.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah, I think, and then if you're that person that doesn't like for someone being accountable,
To someone else. Yeah.
uh so if you're that person that you don't like being accountable to somebody else, then you find it difficult because you will have to track each other's spending. There's no how, because in this house, you know how we used to do it, like, okay, I think we get to that, but you have to be accountable. If you don't, you're not that person, you're going to find it difficult. Yeah, so that's it. And then what would you recommend, and what we do as a family?
Yeah, we do joint budgeting. All the money comes. We both know what each other earn, and
Mm.
we put everything in one purse, and we plan for the month for everybody. And yeah, it may be a little bit like we've discussed some of the disadvantages of joint planning and budgeting together. It may be a little bit rough in the beginning, but the family benefits amazingly. Yeah, after some time.
Yeah, so that's what we recommend, like, because it works for us and we've grown over time with it. Because, like you said, you could already tell that, okay, between the two of us, we have the saver and the spender. But with now, when we
Everybody
first
knows.
started, it was a bit like, balancing it. But we had get at least 4 years of marriage. I think we're getting there where we know we're already placing that balance,
Yeah,
we're already getting that balance, and it's helping us because you can do whatever. It's not like we're limited in any way, but in any ways, but we're growing financially and we're building our wealth together by joint budget. And that we don't really have joint account, but we do joint budget. That means we budget all the money we spend in a month, and together as a family. And it's not like, oh, someone is paying this bill, someone is doing that. We do everything together, and we are good and we're happy with it. Yeah, any other final?
yeah, yeah. So we will encourage anybody to that transparency to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you sleep at night? With your husband or wife, your life is literally in the hand of that person. The person makes your food and things like that. Is the father of your child or the mother of your child, but
Mm,
you don't trust the person with your money. Think about it. You should work it out.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, thank you. I hope if you like this video, would like to hear your comments, like, share with friends, people that are getting married soon, share
Yeah.
with them, and then you can make your decision. And I pray that you make the right decision
Yeah.
in Jesus' name. And
Amen.
before you go, please subscribe, like, share this. If you've
Share.
gotten value from this video, share
Yeah.
with friends. We'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Be
Yeah.
good.
Have some time. Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Katolo.